Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel.
I have here today 2005 Toyota 4Runner Sport, and I will be replacing thermostat on, and it should be the same for this fourth generation of the Toyota 4Runner, which was in US market from 2003 to 2009. But it will be only the same if you have a V6 engine. Here is the cover already removed, so this is what you see when you open the engine bay, and the model number of that engine is 1GRFE. So as you saw, just to have a great access, I always remove this cover, which is held by the two nuts. It's a 10 millimeters, and that gives me perfect view here. Now, where is the thermostat? On this model, it's really conveniently located right here, and it's actually all together as a thermostat housing. So I made sure that the engine is cold, right? And that gave me chance to open this cap, radiator cap. Otherwise, when it was hot, it will just blow on you. It's a high pressure inside, right? So I removed that. Then I raised the vehicle and I removed these engine covers. And that gave me access to the drain plug, which is on the radiator right here. I hope you can see it. So I opened that and I completely drained the radiator. And we are standing on the driver's side, right, of the engine bay. I set up this camera for you so you can nicely observe that removal. And I'm not going to start with these three nuts, removing first that entire housing. I will actually start with removing this lower radiator hose. So I will grab my pliers, right, grab this clamp, squeeze it. That should let me move it. So hopefully you see I move this clamp down here. That's where it's sitting. And hopefully this hose, it's not too stuck on that housing. And actually this one, it's pretty easy, right? I can slip it down towards to you, that direction, obviously. And look at that. Now it's fully disconnected and I can continue with these three nuts. These three nuts are the same size, obviously. It's a 10 millimeter wrench. So I'm using for the easy access this little swivel tool, right? And I will loosen all three of them and remove them. About the one in the back again, that swivel nicely with a long extension, right? Look at it. It nicely gives me chance to reach down there. Oh yeah, they weren't too tight, right? It was torqued correctly, and it seems to be the unit, it's original from the factory. I will carefully remove those three nuts. You don't want to drop them down, right, and then spend another 10 minutes try to find them. Always try to stay organized, right? So ideally use those magnets that all your nuts and screws stay in the one place, you don't lose anything. It's worth it, I can tell you. When you work on the cars a lot, it's absolutely worth it. Here is the third one. Boom, and let's see how stuck it is, how much. Not at all, look at it. I barely touched it. It was not stuck at all. And here is the original Toyota, it's right here. Original Toyota thermostat. Nice. I zoomed it on that spot for you, so hopefully you can see. There was a gasket which stayed on that entire part. Here you go, right? And that belongs here in this area, right? So always pay attention to the details, really important. Here I would like to show you the old part and the new part side by side. You can see the differences. The design, it's not absolutely the same, but I'm sure this one will work also good. This one came from the O'Reilly, and here is the part for it. I hope you will agree with me that this is pretty elegant and easy to replace system, right? This is a great one on this 1GR FE 6-cylinder engine. So you just carefully observe that your gasket is in the place, right? You don't want to pinch it or something. You don't have to add any gasket maker, right? You just nicely slipping into place and start tightening those 10mm nuts. Now, since you want to install it correctly the first time, I highly recommend that you will start tightening them gradually using that tool, right? You first do it by the hand, and then you start torquing them slowly with that 10mm swivel. The last one, the rear one, it's not so easy to get there, so I use a little magnet holding it there, and then I will start carefully screwing it on from the top, right? Making sure I will not drop it somewhere in the engine. And when it will catch the thread, which you hopefully see, I can put it there. So that one's a little bit tricky, because I want to have it nicely seated. I will start with using just this extension and my hands, right? So I will first tighten those bolts gently using only my fingers, my hand, and that helps that gasket seated properly, right? So I will go with these, and then I will start in using the ratchet, involving more power. So now they are equal. I will go gradually, a little bit this one, a little bit top one, a little bit this one. I don't have a torque for this. What is the factory torque? If you know it, please share it with others in the comments. See, but because I'm doing it slowly, I'm making sure, right, or what is happening is that gasket, it's seating, the whole housing, it's seating nicely, equally in all spots, and there will be not leaks in the future. Everything will be correct. So use your common sense. It's plastic also, right? Use this small, no, it's a quart, right? If you have a small ratchet like this, you will not over crank on it, right? You also see how I'm holding it, right? Just right here. Will be not using from the back, but just here. That minimizes or helps not to over tight it. And that's it, basically. This is installed correctly, and I'm ready to put that lower radiator hose back. This is here, I put it on the side, right? Here is like a stopper on it, so you even know how far to go. It's pretty amazing. Boom. Now I have it there. I will grab those pliers, which are sitting right here. Grab that clamp, right, which I left here. And I will carefully, observing everything, put it in exactly same place where I had it before. Look at it. This is absolutely wonderful. Isn't this easy? I'm sure you love it. And of course, you are not done. Now we know there is a missing coolant in the radiator, right? Also in this expansion tank. So you have to fill entire cooling system and properly bleed air from a cooling system. And it's different procedure, and I definitely have at least one video how to correctly do that on my channel, so please refer to that procedure. And as I said, you can cut corners on this procedure. Look at this. This is 15 to 20 minutes, and we still having bubbles of air coming to this highest spot, right, in the system. We can see the water pump is correctly circulating everything and slowly brings that air out. I really hope many of you will find this video helpful, maybe even encouraging, right? You see how easy it is, this procedure. Maybe if you want to replace your own thermostat, this video will help you, give you courage to do that. But if you do, please observe all the safety precautions, right? It's really important that you don't get hurt. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up and be subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. Thanks for watching and have a great day, my friend.